You know, nigga that like not gain weight, the nigga that lost weight, lifted weights and some shit doing with some weight. So he big as hell, man. Man, they said nigga got muscles and shit, man. So he ain't bullshit this time.
I like red bones, my type, light skin, next night, hello.
GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
I like red bones, my type, light skin, next night, hello.
GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world you could be, but you chose to be right here with me, the BABG OG. And I appreciate y'all, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, bruh, the lovely thing, man, about this whole content creator thing, black male content creator, bro. All right. Out here spreading the gospel. And again, man, I do not hate black women. I do not dislike black women. I've never dealt with a white woman. Okay. So black women are my preference when it comes to dating and mating. All those different things. The issue and problem is this. For the longest, and I know this for a fact, to be a fact, because again, I've been an adult, you know what I'm saying, for some time now. And when I started out as an adult, even still, man, think about this, right? I graduated in 2002. So even in 2002, there was no outlet or black male voice in major media outside, I think, maybe Montel Williams, because Montel Jordan is the "This Is How We Do It," you know, the white people, black people anthem. Okay, this is how we do it. Hey, that's one of the guaranteed songs that is like, well, we have black people here. What should we play? You know, this is how we do it. That is the go-to song for white people to play. He's like, nah. Did I lie? Was it a lie told though? It's the truth, man. This is how we do it. And then you get to see all this rhythmless ass white people get out there. You like this, don't you? This is This is cool, right? This is the drip. But anyway, I'll get started. But again, man, outside of like you know, from a media standpoint, 2002, man, the only place you could find black men were radio. And that was like Tom Joyner. And I'm not sure if I don't even think Steve Harvey had started radio then. Okay. I know you had Tom Joyner, but somebody could help me out in the chat and tell me what year Steve Harvey started his morning show. I'd appreciate it. But from a media standpoint, there was no prominent black man from a, you know what I'm saying, hey, talk show. Of course, you had TV shows and things like that, but a black man actually giving you his perspective and his thoughts and all these different things on society, on his life experience, all those different things, you just not have it. I think, and my bad, Tavis Smiley. You had Tavis Smiley on BET, but come on now, nobody watched that shit. And it came on, bro. They had Poe Tavis coming on at like 10:30 at night. BET did Tavis so wrong, man. Tavis Smiley was brother Tavis was on the Black Entertainment Television Network, but the brother had a time slot for like 10:30 p.m. brother. Come on, man. All right, come on, man. All right, 2000. Okay, Steve Harvey started in 2000. Damn. Okay. All right, cool. All right. You said Star and Buck Wild. That was Star and Buck Wild wasn't like nationally syndicated though. That was like a New York thing. So I don't remember. I'm just talking about stuff where I know everybody can hear it and everybody can listen to it. Star and Buck Wild, I'm pretty sure it was like, because I never heard of them until after I left home. Russ Parr, I think I heard of Russ Parr. Yeah, but like nationally. But either way, the black male's perspective, bro, was just not there. And if it was couched under and controlled by the network. You could only say what you were allowed to say and talk about. You know, you had to stay within that realm. You know, you had to come there suited and booted and all those different things. You couldn't hop up on here with a do-rag on, you know, and of course, man, I know y'all see the waves up under here. You know what I'm saying? We might take it off, but y'all see it, you know what I'm saying? 39 with a strong hairline. And we can't even talk about hairlines because again, man, you know, Stephen A. Smith is still around. Lord bless him. Stephen A., brother, you need to either get an implant, brother, or just, I don't even know. Let it go. Brother, that hairline, brother. Woo. And well, you know, I can't even talk about him. Man, bro, what are they doing? Bro, what are they doing to James Brown? The NFL commentator. His barber, listen, every time I see James Brown, not the singer, y'all, but the sports analyst and commentator, bro, every time I see that man, bro, I'm like, hey, man, where's this barber at? Where's this man's barber? Somebody find his barber and bring him to the front of the congregation.
You going to jail. That statement gonna send you to jail.
Somebody need to lock him up, man. Whoever is cutting that brother's hair and hitting him with that goddamn Earl Shine, they're giving this brother a goddamn, bruh. They're putting a whole paint job and clear coat on James' brother. Let somebody talk to him, man. Y'all got to talk to the brother. Yeah, Kevin, he gone, man. Kevin Durant's never gonna let it go, man. From naps to whatever, you know. I'm sorry, man, but hey, man, KD can hoop, baby. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you know, those things. But now we're here today in the present, baby, to where any and every black man, sometimes, unfortunately, okay, but we're in the day and age where a black man can get him a camera, a microphone, computer, and he can give you his thoughts. He can give you an honest assessment of his life experiences. He can tell you how he feels, what he thinks, what he knows. He could teach you a couple things. You know what I'm saying? He can have his say. He can speak his piece. His voice can be heard. And for the first time, it's possible. Black women no longer control the narrative. Black women no longer can tell these lies without it being combated by black men with stats and facts. Again, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. I think his anniversary of his death was a couple days ago. I think they say he died on Cinco de Mayo. I don't know, y'all. I wasn't here. Remember, I wasn't here, so I don't know. But stats and facts. And it's crazy to me, right? Because any other time, them the white man stats. You can't trust the white man stats. The white man not gonna make black folks look good, but so the white man stats, the white man stats, the white man stats. Well, okay, whoa. Okay, so we can't trust the stats. Well, it says right here that black men have the highest unemployment, and y'all don't make no money, and y'all don't take care of y'all kids, and y'all go to jail, and y'all gay, and y'all and y'all breath stink. And I'm like, ma'am, where's the halitosis motherfucking stat? Can you tell me the halitosis stat? Can you show me the stat, ma'am? Okay. Black men are the crustiest and dustiest. Ma'am, can you please pull up the reference and show me the crusty and dustiest stat, please? But of course they can't. Right? Just like, again, Ebony K. Williams claimed that black women are buying 20% of the newest real estate and whatever available. And I'm just like, huh? How is this possible? Black women make the lowest. Only people that don't make lower than is Native Americans. The lowest net worth, the lowest earnings, and single black women at that. And you mean to tell me that single black women are buying 20% of the housing market? Ma'am, that math ain't mathing. No fucking way that math is math. Exactly. Shout out to Van Prime, man. No proof. None. No proof at all. Hey, man. Hey, he went out. Hey. Hey, he went out right. Kevin Samuels went out the way every man would love to go out, baby. What they say on Color Purple? How he die? On top of me. Hey, man. Hey, man, if I'm ever with a young, fine, thick, red bone, and she doing her thing, and she ride me on the glory, and Uncle Charles come tap me on my shoulder, I'm ready. I'm gonna tell Uncle Charles, you know what, Uncle Charles, it was worth it, baby. I'm ready. Let's go. Shout out to Josh. Hey, he go ahead and open the trench coat up, man. He can go ahead and open up the trench coat, man. I'm walking there with a smile, baby. You feel me? But yeah, man, listen to what I'm saying. Bruh, it's all that, we go get Prime. We getting into this today, right? We're going to walk down all these stats. But first, man, we're going to go to this again. This is what I talk about as to where even in the day and age where you have access to the truth, to the facts, to the stats, to the data, black women keep the lie going, right? And if and when you say something, say, well, whoa, man, this has been disproven years ago. This isn't true. It's not true. It's just simply not true. Okay, what are you talking about? Oh, you sassy. Oh, you one of them sassy niggas. No. I'm telling you what you're saying is wrong. You're spreading misinformation. Well, what did it matter? Why you care? Ma'am, it's not a matter of me caring or why should it. You're lying on public, on big platforms. So let me give you a prime example right here. Fair use, by the way.
Podcast after podcast, even on broadcast television.
So if you want to build generational wealth as an African-American woman, and we are the most educated demographic in the country, then...
Wrong. A lie. No, you're not. First off, again, let's go by the numbers. Black people as a whole make up 13% of the population. All together. Man, woman, boy, girl. Adult, child, male, female. 13%. Ma'am, if 100% of eligible fucking black women went to college and graduated, you still wouldn't account for the majority of degrees. Okay? Or attendance. So the fallacy, shout out to Tommy Sotomayor, of this lie of somehow black women being the most educated was due to college enrollment. Enrollment. Simply signing up, not going to class, not passing class, not getting a degree, just simply enrolling. Ma'am, now let's actually get to the numbers. Y'all hit the like button, man. This is brought to us by the National Center for Education Statistics. All right. Now, as you can see here, all right, degrees conferred by race, ethnicity, and sex. Associate degrees, you have 1 million total. Percentage distribution of degrees conferred by U.S. citizens and permanent residents. This was 2018 to 2019, okay? 52% white, 12% black, 24% Hispanic. In order for this to be true, black women, this number right here would have to be bigger than this number and this number. But it is the lowest number. Okay? It's the lowest number. The lowest. And this right here is all black people. All, right? All white people. All. Right? So even if you cut these in half, even though we know it, let's make it 60-40. If you made it 60-40. 60-40, because the more women of all races, as we're going to see here, and actually we don't even got to do it. Look, let's go down. Male, female, right? $600,000 total females. 51%, 13%, 25%. You're still the lowest amongst other females. So how, therefore, can you be the most educated when you're not even the biggest amount of females getting degrees? And those are associate's degrees. Let's go down to bachelor's. Maybe we're going to get to bachelor's, and now the black women are going to clean up at bachelor's. Nope. Sorry. Nope. No way. And your percentage went down when it came to bachelor's degrees from 13% right here. And for you guys don't know, here we go, black, right? 13% in associate's degrees. Now we have bachelor's degrees. It's only 11%. Right? Still the lowest. Hispanics, 15%. Oh, we didn't even mention Asians. Asians went up here. So the Asians have less associate's degrees, but more bachelor's degrees. You guys have more associate degrees, less bachelor's degrees, but yet still smaller than this group and this group. Okay? So, first lie. Can we stop saying it? In 2023, can we stop saying that black women are the most educated group when they're not? You're just not. No matter how you do the math, no matter how you try to finagle it and do all this different stuff or whatnot, you're not the most educated. That's not to knock you down. That is not to belittle women that do get their degrees. Big ups to you. Education is a thing, even though, again, if it's not a STEM degree, you're really just wasting a whole bunch of money. But hey, if you want to go out here, get your degree, pay all that money, get in debt, more power to you. Because a degree, well, what does that do? That puts you above the black man that's uneducated. He ain't got no education. He ain't even got no degree. Well, shot it. Okay. He doesn't have a degree, but he makes more money than you, and he has less debt than you. So what does that equal? Sounds like a win for the men. Black men specifically. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. But That's just one of many. Let's go to the next one. See what we want to do next. Oh, yeah. The money, right? Because I got money. And most importantly, shout out to Prime VA. Listen, the problem that black women have, and now look at this now. Let's go back to this. I'm glad Prime VA brought this. Okay. Glad Prime VA brought this up. Now, when we look at these other demographics, right? White men, in comparison to white women, right? There's more white women. Well, this is not gonna tell me because this one. Well, you can tell because it's total. The total is more, right? So 54% of this. Let's do a little math. Let me get my calculator out, y'all. Do the math. Let's do the math. So 396, 254 times, and we'll just round it up to 55.55 equals. So 217,939 white men have degrees. Okay. Let's put this in the chat so I can remember it, so I can see it. 217,939. Right. Now let's go to white women. Total 615. Shit, 51%. Let's go. We already see that's 300,000, but let's do it. Let's do it. 615, 948. $314,133. Okay, so white men with degrees, right? White women with degrees. All right. Brother, hit me on either the email or hit me on the on my Twitter or my Instagram. All Miss Fantastic 824. And my email is missfantastic824@gmail.com. Shout out to my man Quarter Water for the $4.99 where the degrees aren't in math. Ask them if they rather go 50-50 with a man or 100 by themselves, and they'll pick the latter. Yeah, man, and I tell you, bro, it's crazy to me how women, black women especially, can always understand a sale, but they can't understand working in a relationship with a man, even if it was 50-50. And we've debunked that myth how many times? I don't know. I don't know of any man, bro, unless you're two young, very, very young couples that's starting out at a very, I say under the age of 25, and you both really don't have anything, your funds are limited. Most men get in a situation with a woman to where they don't need or want her to pay half of everything, brother. That's bullshit. But again, it's a fallacy, another fallacy, and a half truth that black women put out here. Well, that's not a half truth. That's a whole lie black women put out here to make it seem like black men are unwilling to provide. Okay. Black men get married at a higher rate than black women do. Okay. Black men make more money than black women make. So all of this stuff that they're putting out here, bro, these narratives don't make sense when you look at it logically. Okay. But again, because you have so many of these women out here that don't have men, right? Or don't even, in this case, like Ebony K. Williams, she doesn't even entertain black men and still talk down on black men. It fucking, poison the pool, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Saucy Balls. I got some stats I want to see. How can I do this? Yeah, brothers gave you that. Right? So basically you get the drift, right? So every race of women has more degrees, quote unquote, education than their men. How many times have you heard white women talk about white men and talk about how uneducated they are? And let me see. Let me look at this again. Let me see something real quick. Well, it's gonna be more because of the thing. But how many times you heard Indian women talk about how uneducated Indian men are, or Asian women talk about how uneducated Asian men are, or Hispanic women talk about how uneducated Hispanic men are? I do not understand or know where this hate came from. And not only the hate came from, but the hate came from the point of where black women want to um virtually tear down, destroy, and keep the black men beneath them publicly. In the public eye, in the realm of social media and all this stuff, bro, it is very rare to hear a black woman give a black man his due, or black men across the board their due. Mind you, again, they have fathers, they have brothers, they have cousins, they have uncles, they have black men that they're attached to. Help a lot, most of them, still the majority of them have a black man that they're intimate with. But lo and behold, for whatever reason, they get on the internet and they spread these lies. They make it seem like black men are just these failures, unlike any other group of men on the planet, bro. Mind you, again, we know Jorge and them come here and literally work for $5 a day. All right, Sinesh and them start out the same way. Hustle hard, working hard, living, 3-4 families deep in a 2-bedroom apartment, right? Yet and still, in the worst of worst living conditions by American standards, you never hear those women, Hispanics or Indians or any of the other immigrants, disrespect the men that worked so hard, sacrificed so much to make sure that they could grow up in the best possible situation and become the great people they become as adults. Why and how can't black women understand that for black men? Now, again, this gender war thing is really, really weird, man. And this is why I say it's messed up, because at the end of the day, if we really wanted to do the shit, man, black men can just fight as dirty as black women do and blow the whole thing up. But this is why I keep going back to and I keep referencing it. Men understand that, bro. Somebody has to do the job nobody else wants to do. Okay. There's never going to be a situation as to where it's so weird. I hate that shit. Um, you're going to deal with the people that are like you the most by a major majority. I know I told y'all, and I'm predicting that black men are going to start dating out within the next 10-year period. They're going to be dating out on the level of 10+% due to the resistance they're receiving from black women. But even still, at 15%, that still means 85% of other men are going to still be dealing with black women. Okay, so all of this stuff that we're doing, bro, has to be worked out. Otherwise, now you're just fucking, you know what I mean? You're fighting an uphill battle you're never going to stop being able to fight. And black women are the only people that's keeping this shit going, because again, black men are out here, man, trying to make it work with the women. They just are, man. Everything from dudes that have kids with women, and things might have worked out. And hey, look, let's just be cordial. Let's just be adults. Let's co-parent. Let's work this thing out. Let's show our kids what a healthy relationship, a healthy black relationship looks like. Even after the fact that where things will work out between us two, we can be mature adults and not hate each other's guts and cuss each other out and do all this crazy shit in front of the kids. But no. That's how they want it. Shout out to my man, Salty again, man. 1986, Tony Brown's Journal. Do black feminist writers victimize black men? Speaks about this. He has a website that's $10 a year, and the videos there. They speak on this issue. It may be good for analysis. I appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying? All these things. But now let's get to the other lie. And like I said, I just found this out the other day in mid-search, man. Because I had no idea that the gap was this big, man. I had no idea. Right? No idea. But lo and behold, let me keep that right there. There we go. So again, to all the black women, single black women specifically, because again, if you're out here and you're speaking on black men, I would, guess that you are single. I can't even say that. Shout out to Jessica X. Jessica X showed she was doing a review of some chick or whatever, some old black lady. And not only was this black lady married, but this black lady had a son. And this black lady was saying some of the most disrespectful shit about black men ever in front of her young black son. He looked to be maybe 7, 8 years old. And she brought him on the camera and tell him what you gonna do. Tell him what you gonna do when you get grown. How you gonna marry you a black woman and have a black family and all this stuff. And I'm like, ma'am, why the fuck would he do that when he just heard you talk shit about him and his daddy and his uncles and his cousins and whoever else in the hell? Why the fuck would he even trust or think about dealing with a black woman when black women think so lowly of him, his own mother? So you would think, man, that these married black women will have something positive to say. But I've even seen this on Twitter and people like, hold on, shawty, whoa, you're going a little hard to be married to a black man, right? Like, what's going on here? And then even more so, it's false information. You niggas broke. Black men don't make no money. Shawty, hold on. And this is why I say, man, black men are stepping up and doing what the fuck we're supposed to do and taking control over this shit. Bitch, I'm not asking your permission. I don't need your permission to be a fucking man. I don't need your permission to speak my motherfucking mind, especially when it's facts and I can back it up with the data, the proof. I don't need your fucking permission. I don't. Why the fuck would I value the opinion of a woman on fucking government assistance? You're on welfare. You're on food stamps. You're on WIC. You're Section 8. Ma'am, you're poor. Oh, poor asshole. And again, I'm not really saying that to be, listen, everybody has their downfalls, right? It's people that's done been millionaires, that's done lost it all and had to, grind their way back. This isn't really a shaming thing for the money, but to a person that is poor, that would dare challenge anyone that's not poor, fuck you, poor asshole. Point blank, period. Shut your poor ass up and focus on making more money and stopping being poor versus fucking trying to count somebody else's pockets and talk about what you ain't making. 100K really ain't no money. Bitch, this shit say, what? Where's that? Say 1,700. You say 100K ain't no money. You still broke, nigga.
Yeah. What your ass say?
You broke. You ain't got no money. You're dusty.
Yeah. What your ass say?
Bro, that's how y'all gotta start responding to these dumb hoes, bro. Hit that bitch with the Steve Harvey. Yeah. Ma'am, are you in a fucking 2001 Camry with a missing headlight and a donut? And you telling me that I'm broke, dusty, or whatever? Ma'am, when is the last time you checked your credit score? Huh? Does the AC work in your house? Really? You telling me I'm broke, I'm dusty. Ma'am. You need a bitch, you need a fill-in? Ma'am, your nail this far. You telling me man, somebody get this broke hole out of my face. Let's read it, man. African Americans, who in many categories have the greatest gender economic equality, have the greatest gender wealth disparity, though still having little wealth compared to whites. Single blacks men's median wealth was $10,100 compared to single black women's median wealth of $1,700. I'm gonna say it again. Listen. Bro, what are y'all doing? Single black men literally have six times the money that a single black woman has. And mind you, Ebony K. Williams claimed black women, single black women now, single black women, because she said black women, so it would have to be single black women, right? Because otherwise it'd be black families. This woman said single black women while making $1,700. Median income, $1,700 is somehow buying 20% of the housing market. What you mean? Nah, where I get that stat? Hold on, I got you. Well, Peaches, can you read, sugar? It says NCRC right here. .org. It's official, Peaches. But I got you. Hey, no, don't say less, baby. I got you, baby. There you go. Like here you go. There you go. Bow. Just for you, Peaches. My bad. Wealth. I'm sorry. My bad. Wealth. Thank you for that correction, brother. Wealth. But let's go up to the income. Let's go up. This one has a lot of other things, right? That black women love to throw at black men, right? Okay. Unemployment stats, black women lead just like black men lead. 6.2% for black women, 7% for black men. See, it's crazy how, and I say this right, because apparently Cynthia G was talking about how it's costing the government so many billions of dollars for black male unemployment. And I say, well, damn, that's crazy, because if it costs X amount of dollars for black male unemployment, and it just shows you, bro, that it's kind of a group effort to make the black man look bad. Because when I look and I try to Google to see a lot of these stats, man, you can't find. That's how I know this shit with bro. I look for this shit. Ebony K. Williams said, bro, you can't even find it. What is she talking about? She's making shit up. Just making it up, bro. And of course, because it's a positive for black women, nobody's ever going to challenge it. But so if it's costing billions of dollars for black men, right, at 7%, all right, wouldn't it be the same for black women at 6.2%? And then not only 6.2%, what do we know about black women? Black women, again, have a very, very high rate and percentage of government assistance. Black men are going to qualify for this. Most of the black men, bro, you're not going to qualify for none of this shit that black women are going to qualify for. Why? Because you don't have custody of a child. Even if you do get food stamps, it's going to be very, very small, very, very minuscule. And it's going to be a limited time. Unlike the black woman, okay, who has a child. So that gives her 18 years of benefits, right? Not to mention all the other extras and all the other shit. But it's crazy, man, as to how there's no story about how many billions of dollars the black women are costing the federal government because of their unemployment. And not to mention the rest of the stuff that they do for welfare purposes. Earnings. And like I said, this is what they were saying right here, parity. So right now, we're the closest to, we're equal. Asian men make more. That's what you guys can see. Gray. It's 2021, right? Asian men make more money than Asian women. White men make more money than white women. Hispanic men make more money than Hispanic women. Black men make equal money to black women. But again, a wise man once said, right? It ain't what you make, it's what you keep. It ain't what you make, it's what you actually keep. Listen, if you are at the end of the month, every month, or negative $1,000, ma'am, what the fuck does that mean? I mean, black women supposed to be, you know, every black woman's a damn a tax adjuster now, right? A tax specialist, right? Gross and net, right? If you have a net negative every month, ma'am, right? And them loans are stacking up, them credit cards are stacking up, and all this stuff is stacking up. Well, ma'am, it really don't matter how much money you make if you're not keeping any of it. You can't invest it. We know you guys aren't investing. You are not buying properties like that. You have the highest debt, student debt and overall debt, lowest net worth. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? How are you outperforming black men when, again, this saying is right here, but I can definitely show you the other paper, the other stuff that says, hey, black men still earn more than black women. But even let's just keep it here. Tells you right here, man. Listen, at the end of the day, we both making 42,000, right? You both making 42,000. But when it all comes to at the end of the month or the end of the year, or however you want to do it, black men at least got 10 bands in the bank. Y'all don't even got 2. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Shout out to Kid Clouds. I remember they was talking about, you know, oh man, that nigga ain't got no furniture in their crib. How you a grown man with no furniture? Well, if I'm a single man, what do I need a whole living room set for? What do I need some extravagant motherfucking Art Deco motherfucking, you know, most modern couch or sectional for? What do I need that for? What do I need a coffee table for? I don't drink no coffee. I don't read magazines. What do I need this stuff for? Black men are, again, unlike any other men, are clowned for just a man mentality. Why should I spend money on something that's not going to give me any type of benefit? It's not an investment. It's not going to profit me anything. Why should I just spend money for the sake of spending money? And that then, you know, girl, he had no furniture. Well, did he not have furniture? He lived by himself? Yeah, but his couch was, you know, like 5 years old. Okay. The fuck? Did it have a stain on it or a smell or something? No, but it's too old. Oh, okay. All right, Shawty. Well, you just want to be a bitch. All right. Leave him. Leave that man alone. Do him a favor, man. Shout out to a man, Donovan, man. Always coming through, brother, with a 5. I greatly appreciate you on the cash app. Oh shit. Hold on. My bad. Oh shit. Shout out to that was shout out to my man Carson for the 20 on the other day. I don't know if I called that one out. I think you sent that right at the end. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Brandon Green, bro, for the 2. Really appreciate you. Shout out to Brandon Green again, man. Appreciate you, brother. So, you know, all these things and these assessments of these women, man, that don't have no motherfucking money. All right. Now, hold on now. Look at this. Now, black men broke. Black men poor. Single black man's median wealth, $10,000. Right? Black women, 1,700. Single white women have a higher median wealth levels than single white men. Single white women's wealth, 81,000. White men, 78,000. Now, hold on now. Wait a minute. Hold on. You mean to tell me these single white women out here making more money than white men and they ain't calling them broke and dusty? Hold on. Black women. I thought y'all was dealing with the income dominate the dominators. How these single white men dominators now when the white women making more money than them? Hold on now. Oh, brother, it's right, brother. We're right here in black and white. This is a white man. This is a .org, brother. This is a .org. This ain't nothing fantastic that made up. Hold on, we gonna see. Look, look, y'all. I'm doing this in real time. Single white women's wealth estimated $81,200 compared to single white men at $78,200. Well, damn. Let's go over the last group. Hispanics have the lowest wealth when examining single men and women. Single Hispanic men's median wealth, $4,200 compared to a single Hispanic woman's median wealth at $1,000. Wow. And again, how many times you done heard Maria Consuela say anything bad about motherfucking Jorge and Juan? How broken, how dusty he is. Bro, that's a fourth of what black men have. Oh, my bad, not a fourth, 40%. 40% of what black men make, or what black men have for wealth-wise. So single black men are second to, they don't have the Asians up here. I don't know why, right? But again, black women don't want Asians anyway. So in comparison to white men, black men, Hispanic men, single black men have more money than Asian men. We have less money than white men, but the white men have less money than white women. Damn, ain't y'all all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like women, right? Y'all like girls. I mean, black women, maybe y'all need to stop dealing with all these, you know. Maybe y'all need to start getting with these white women. Because no matter what you identify as sexually, you're a woman and they're giving the woman stats. So these dudes, these females running around here like dudes, be doing better than them too. You know, them nigga pretenders. Them nigga pretenders y'all love. Yeah, single black men doing better than them too. Okay? So again, man, look, it's nice to learn things, right? Uh-oh. Now we back to this right here, y'all. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, black women. Uh-oh. The topic here is parenthood. Oh, it's 13. So we not, so this is what we know about the net worth and, you know, women not having no money and shit. It's from 2013. It sets a benchmark that highlights racial, ethnic, and gender disparities when accounting for children. Now, do you guys think that this improved at all? But for single black mothers, that figure drops to 0. Wealth grew from 300 for single black men overall, still low at 500 for single black fathers overall. So hold on, wait. I thought black fathers were dusty. I thought black fathers were only complaining about paying child support and they can't support and they can't provide. Well, damn, 500 more than 0, ain't it? And we know, again, this still holds true. Let's common sense and a little bit of math. Now, again, if the single woman overall $1,700, and they say it goes down exponentially once you have a kid, well, we already at 10,000 to 1,700. Don't you? So you think the single mom is just gonna make more money versus a single woman? She gonna make more money than the single man? No. Shout out to Black as Night. Bruh, y'all still got a 0 net worth. Still. And that's the poverty rate. Black men, highest poverty rate. Don't really count Native Americans. Native Americans only make up, I think, now what, like 3%, right? So black men have the highest poverty rate, right? No, I'm sorry. Black women have the highest poverty rate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Second highest behind Native Americans, but again, Native Americans only make up like 3% of the population. So I'm trying to figure out if black women are poor, higher poverty rates than black men, right? Black women have less wealth than black men. Black women have more debt than black men. Black women, everything when it comes to money is beneath black men. How is it that black women are out here talking about bus drivers don't make enough money? I'm just curious. How is it that, again, the 9 to 5, the blue collar, the working class guy is broke? Again, Shawty, next to Native Americans, you have the highest. And you see, this is the only time they're bringing up Native Americans now is poverty rates. When I tell you, bro, this stuff is in cahoots, and really do people do work things to not make black women look as bad as they look, like for real, like they are. Bro, we hadn't heard anything about Native Americans this whole throughout thing until we get to what? Poverty rates. They didn't mention nothing about Native American earnings. They didn't mention anything about Native American, parenthood or none of this other stuff, right? But when it gets to poverty rate, they want to bring up the Native American just so the black woman isn't the worst out of the group. When again, like I said, if you know anything about Native Americans, they only make up 3% of the population, or 5 or something like that. I think it's like less than 5 at this point. Here we go. According to 2019 data highlighted by Dr. Mariko Chang, median wealth for single women was $36,000, while the median wealth for single men was $43,800. 2019 median wealth for singles by race, $81,000 for the men. I'm sorry, for the women. Remember, for the women, $81,000 for the women, 81.2, 78.2, right? 10 in here, and then this is just a chart for what we're talking about here. And 13 median by single parents by race. Educational achievement. This is what they love, right? Here we go. And they take this again. And what black women don't do is they don't understand charts, right? So this chart right here is a combination of the men and women of that race. So you're the highest here, but you're not the highest amongst everybody. This is just your 67%. 67 plus 33 is 99%. Just like here, you know what I'm saying? It's 100%. You know what I'm saying? You add these up to get 100% or damn near too close to it. I don't know whether 1% is missing here. Oh, no, I'm at 67, 33. Yes, that's 100%, right? So again, same here. It's 100%. So just because you guys have the largest disparity for your group, or you have the highest percentage for your group, does not make you the highest overall. How y'all that smart and got these degrees but don't know that? But again, I don't even think that you know it. It's you don't know it. It's a purposeful misreading of it, and most dudes don't care to combat it, so they just go along with it. But no, we've already disproven this whole thing about black women being the most educated. Cap, lies. What do you want to do next? Here we go. So this was 2020, right? Right. And here we go. And you see I have it. Let me see. Let's do black. Take men total out. Take women total out. Black. Okay. So as you can see, 2020, black African American men, 869. Black African American women. I'm sorry. I gotta blow this up. Y'all can't see shit. I'm like, y'all got motherfucking X-ray vision in this motherfucker. There we go. It should be good now. Here we go. That should be way better. So as you can see, I have it highlighted for black African American men, black African American women right here. This is third quarter 2020. It's going to tell you, even back then, and this would have been what that was well into the what's the name it started by then. Still, so black men are out earning black women by $100. $100 weekly. $100 weekly equals to be what? $5,200, 52 weeks, right? So that's why I say you start looking at these other charts and these other things that'll tell you black men are still out earning black women, period. That right there said the 42,000. I don't know how they got that thing, but you have multiple sources and multiple other things that tell you black men still out earn black women. Either way it goes, even they say equal there, black women do not earn more than black men. They don't. Even when you put everything down and you, lawyer for lawyer, doctor for doctor, you know what I'm saying? Blue collar for blue collar, white collar for white collar. Black women still don't out earn black men. Why? Because then it gets into the who works more hours. who puts in more overtime? You know, who gets the more skills and the more certifications of things to make them be able to more marketable or more versatile to be hired and get paid more, right? Those things. Just more shit, man. Listen, let me see what else. What was something else I wanted to look on here? And we constantly have this thing, man, as to where black men are told what we're not doing, how we're not making money, how we're not providing, how we're not doing all these different things, right? And this is what I was trying to find, this shit right here. I looked everywhere I could look, man, and nothing supported the bullshit she was talking about when it came to this housing thing, bro. None of it. None of it. She's completely, totally lied on that shit. Completely and totally lied. And what we do know is, again, being that these women ran out like fools and got these fucking mortgages, bro, at the beginning of the pandemic or whatever, right? What did they immediately do? These women immediately went into the whole thing and didn't pay their mortgage, didn't pay their rent, didn't pay all these other things. And we simply know this because we had all the women, black women specifically, where am I go? What about my family? I have paid my rent because of the forbearance, because of this, because of that. And it's like, well, ma'am, you chose not to pay it when you could have. You balled out with them stimulus checks. All right. The responsible ones of us who paid our bills, all right, and never fucking got behind or whatever. Now we supposed to care about you getting thrown out on the street? Bitch, please. Choose, spend wisely. Let's see. Yeah, this doesn't tell me the thing. But yeah, so this is the most important part for this, you guys. Understand this, right? They're saying that the housing market is not going to crash. But it won't crash, but it's doubled from last year to now. So it went from 0.11% to 0.2%, or pretty much, 23%, right? 0.23%. And in just this year. So trust and believe, man, this stuff is going to get worse. Okay, so let me see. Hold on, I don't do that. I don't do that. Credit scores. Try to do this one too, right? But they wouldn't give me a breakdown of the demographics when it came to, like, black women, black men, all these different things. Just said black people. Now, I'm going to say this. Black men, we do need to fucking tighten up. All right. Now, a lot of this stuff could be due to the very, very low or whatever. Of course, if you have a very, very high and you have a very, very low, the high is going to get dragged down because of the low, right? To make the mean, right? Or the median. Thing is, though, brothers, that we are doing in the process of this improvement we've had over these years, make sure we keep getting better. Make sure we keep passing these practices and these smart financial decisions down to our children, right? Especially our sons. Listen, man, if you're responsible, all right, don't do like our parents did us. Don't be out here putting the light bill in the baby name and the cable bill in the baby name. Then you don't pay the cable bill, or you move and some shit happen. Now your credit fucked up. Fuck your kids' credit up, man. Do your kids the right way, man. I learned this in a financial specialist class, 3-4 years ago at this time. Bruh, you got a credit card, you pay it on time every time. Make your kid an authorized user on that card. Okay. Attach the social security number to it, all this other stuff, so on and so forth. So again, your kid's 10 years old, whatever years old, right? La la la. You pay your bills on time every time. All right. You're boosting your kid to have an advantage that other people won't have as soon as they become into adulthood. Now, of course, you get them to be responsible and you don't just let them go buck wild and crazy. But again, this is something I never even heard of, bro. Listen, bro, at that time I was in my 30s. I never heard a black person even say the words, hey, man, you got that credit card. You're doing right. You're doing the right thing. Why don't you put your kid as an authorized user on that card? That way you building his credit up as he a kid. So by the time he adult, he never had a missed payment. He done always had immaculate credit. He's starting out with a perfect credit score or a 7-something credit score. You see what I'm saying? This is something that we don't get talked about, right? But how many black women are saying it? How many black women are out here passing down, positive, credit habits and financial advice and all this? They're not. You're not, goddamn it, because again, you have the highest debt, you have the most debt, and you have the least amount of money. How can you? All right, how can you? It's like a legless man trying to teach you how to play basketball. A man that's never had legs his whole life telling you how you got to jump and get the rebound. Nigga, what? hit him with the Westbrook. What? What you say? What? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. And this is the one from 2010. So I'm not gonna even go with this. Well, actually, it's updated 2017. Hold up. It was updated. Updated 2017. Median wealth for single black women, $5. Okay, so this was so this isn't just 2010, but I mean, 2017 is a few years ago, but hey, still there, right? And this is what I really want to get to, right? So here we go. Supreme Court student loan decision will impact most black women, or black women the most. This is May 1st, by the way, 2023. The fate of the $20,000 in student loan cancellation over 40 million borrowers is now hand of Supreme Court. One group, however, has the most to lose if the court decides against the administration. That group is black women. We are told that if you get your education, you can make more money, ma'am. See, what happened was, man, and again, this is the sad part about black women, right? Never understanding the deeper levels, right? Or anything beyond the surface. Black women take everything for face value and unfortunately put it into a way of, how can I make this nigga look bad? How can I shit on these niggas? Or how can I shit on the next bitch? Right? So with them looking at it like that, oh, I'm gonna go to school, get a degree, and everybody's gonna fucking love me. Everybody's gonna respect me. Everybody's gonna look up to me. Everybody's gonna pat me on the back. Everybody's gonna tell me what a good job I done. And again, listen, higher education, none against it, or whatever, that's what you choose to do. I would say you do it as financially responsible and wisely as possible. I would make sure that you get a degree that's actually going to be lucrative and that you can immediately start making money from. All right. I wouldn't just go out here and spend, however many years it is to get this degree, get out and can't find a job or use it. And it's going to take me years upon years to pay back all the money I spent to get this useless ass degree. Okay. Again, Patrick Bet David told you degrees where you need to go. STEM, management. He told you, proved it. Don't argue with me. Go argue with him. We done been saying this. I'm telling y'all this for I don't know how long. Okay, black men have been out here getting the CDL, truck drivers, other things, big machinery operators. Shout out to my grown man business, man. The brothers out here on the oil rigs, man. The brothers out here moving heavy stuff, making that money. You know what I'm saying? Risking their lives, being, doing the dangerous stuff that women would never ever even think about signing up for. Right? Shout out to the brothers, man, out here doing those jobs, making that money, bro. Skilled tradesmen. But somehow, again, now it's a problem if you're a bus driver. Somehow it's a problem if you're an oil rigger. Somehow it's a problem if you're a merchant marine or whatever, right? A merchant seaman. Somehow it's a problem if you're in the military. Somehow it's a problem if you're a police officer. Sometimes it's a problem if you're a firefighter or EMT or something like that, right? Bro, that's crazy. Again, one thing I got to give credit to the Breakfast Club again. I'm gonna share this real quick. Let me stop sharing this. I'm gonna share this, right? It is crazy for black women especially to shit on the life's blood, right? The life's blood of any and every, I'm gonna say this again, I know it's hard for y'all to comprehend and understand, but any and every society, the working class makes it fucking run, period. All right, it makes it run, period, bro. Shout out to electricians, man. Shout out to electricians. Fair use.
Important in mind. Doctors, teachers, engineers, military, people in entertainment. Newsflash: We are not essential workers. The world is not going to stop because we're not on the radio. The world is not going to stop because we're not on TV. But let the bus drivers stop driving today. Let the folks who drive Uber quit today. Something as simple as coffee. Let the Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks workers not show up for work today. Let the sanitation workers not pick up the trash and see what happens.
But the problem is it sounds like it's trying to make it seem like bus drivers and we call them the bus and tunnel people that, you know, they control the city. They run the city, make sure the city's running, that they're not bright and smart, which is totally wrong. I know a lot of smart and intelligent bus drivers, intelligent police officers, intelligent people that work at all those people you just named. And I know a lot of stupid attorneys. I know a lot of dumb attorneys.
Shout out to Envy. Again, man, I don't know what's I got the Envy, man. Envy is getting to be summertime, so Envy starting to get a little tan or something, man. That light skin coming up out of it, man. I like to see it. But yeah, man. Black women. I know you don't care now. You don't care now, but you'll care later. While you're out here chasing the fucking ballers and shot callers, NBA, NFL, rapper, actor, influencer, you know, blue check marks or whatever. You're out here chasing those dudes, right? What's happening is black men are playing the game the same way you're playing it. More and more black men are giving up on having serious relationships with black women. Okay, especially marriages. Shout out to Davis Bridal going bankrupt. Listen, again, and I am for strong black families. I am for a black man being able to get a black woman, have a black child, build a black lineage and legacy, all that great shit. If and when that woman's going to be on his program. Just not on no signed paperwork, though. Yeah, y'all do. And again, for any woman saying, well, what you mean? She's just supposed to stick around? Well, yeah, shit, y'all do it all the time. I mean, Ebony K. Williams was engaged for what, 4 years, right? Y'all want to give credit for Ebony K. Williams for being fucking engaged for how many years, y'all? How she said she was engaged for 4 years, a 4-year engagement. So if 4 years is good enough for the white man, I mean, to be engaged and never marry her, I mean, shit. I mean, this man is providing for you. He's protecting you. He's caring for you. He's making sure that you're okay mentally, physically, emotionally, all these different things. What is a piece of paper going to do? What is a piece of paper going to do? There are alternative means to make sure you get any and everything you need to get in case of his demise, even be able to get some benefits from work and job, all these different things. Again, you know, the rainbow people were doing this well before whatever. See, those avenues have always existed. It's just a little bit longer the process, right? But of course, you know, marriage is the easy route for women and gives women the most fucking advantage and leverage. So of course they're never going, oh, that's too much. That's it ain't the same. It's the same. Actually, it is the same. It's exactly the same. You just have to structure it right. And black men have figured this shit out, and bruh, you're no longer going. Listen, Shawty, if that man likes you, that man loves you, not in love with you, loves you, cares for you, all these different things, and it's just bothering you so much that you don't get a ring, hey man, good luck for trying the next dude. Good luck. Good luck. Black men, man, we've educated each other and passed it on to the next brother about the fucking finesse and hustle of this marriage shit, dog. Those days are done, man. I'm sorry. This is. And you're going to see, I'm telling you, you're going to see it as the boomers get up out of here and Gen X start, you know, funneling behind. You're going to see it. Next 15 years or so, I told you, bro, marriage rate, single digits, especially for the black community, single digits, bro. Stop. And those dudes that do get married, you're going to start seeing more and more and more, especially these young cats, marrying out. That's not a threat. That's not a celebration. That's not whatever. I'm just really telling you guys the facts. And I'm actually, man, I'm gonna try to get a young fella, man, to get his perspective and to see what these young fellas are seeing out here, because a lot of us talk, right, and a lot of the women talk, but no one's talking to the young men, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that might be, you know what? Don't steal my shit. But you know what? I think that's what we need to do. We need to hear from, again, because I'm this is one thing that, again, we're doing no one else has ever done before us. We're actually listening to the young cats, bro. Actually listening to the young cats. Actually trying to, pick their brain and see what they're seeing and getting their experience and their input. Because it's very important. All time before this, it was just, listen to me, boy. I'm grown. Respect your elders. Know your place. You smell yourself. Right? Stay in the child plays now. You ain't no man. You think you're a man. I'll show you a man. Well, cool, fine. And I understand that, right? But now, man, in this day and age of communication, to where we can literally get with each other and try to figure this thing out, man, or talk directly to these young cats, man, and help them along the way, bruh. Telling you, man. Leo Anthony, you know it, man. We own it. Don't steal my shit. Yeah, man. Exactly. Never, never, and never. No piece of paper, bro. No paperwork, baby. No paperwork. Let me see where we at. Where we at, man? Oh, let me go back to this. So, black women got finessed again. Why? How? Because they was told they weren't gonna have to pay the money that they racked up getting all these useless ass degrees. Now, ma'am, you thought you was gonna go over here and do all this stuff. Black women bear a disproportionate amount of $1.6 trillion in federal student debt. Total higher debt averages than any other demographic. For example, black women have 43% more undergraduate debt and nearly 99% more graduate school debt than their white women counterparts. Now, hold on. Now, what do we say? Damn, I shouldn't have closed it out, but I did. Now, remember, black women claim to be the most educated, but white women had 61% of the degrees. Yet and still, black women have 99% of the debt. Woo. Woo. 13% of the degrees between women. 99% of the debt, though. The problem is complicated. Higher education has become the system for perpetuating financial inequality. When it's believed in our society that there's a great equalizer, says Fanaba Ado, the author of A Dream Defaulted, the student loan crisis among black borrowers. Black women are less likely to see higher wages as a result of their education. College-educated black women earn 10% less than college-educated white women and 34% less than college-educated white men on average, according to the Education Trust Study. So hold on, man. So y'all spending all this money to still be at the bottom? Still be at the bottom? You notice they left black men out, right? Because guess who they making less money than too? Yes, right. You guessed it. Still making less money than black men. Still. No, it won't. That Sigma, the debt, the debt is not going to be forgiven, bro. What you talking about? The only student, she gonna die with it. If she dies, that's it. But if you go too long without it, bro, they can garnish them wages, fam. So again, bro, see y'all coming in here with the bullshit, dog, bro. That's what they trying to tell you. The reason why this shit went to the Supreme Court, bro, because it's set up like that for a reason. They're not going to fucking forgive those student loans, dog. It's not gonna happen. It's not. Shout out to my man Freeman's Journal. Exactly. Most educated broke. And again, man, we have to do this, and we're only having this conversation because why? Shout out to Chuck Turner, man. You know what I'm saying? What you don't like, Dreads? Yeah, transfer. But I don't think they'll transfer. You can't pass it on to the kids. But yeah. Well, it ain't what we. It's what she. It's not we, brother. It's she. And black women again, man. When we talk about this stuff, because right, they keep talking about black men being leaders. Now, this is why I say conversation is important, right? So let's say black men are even the leaders, right? And we're doing what we're supposed to do. Well, the numbers are always going to be skewed from a financial standpoint. Why? Because black women have this debt issue and problem, and they're going out here wasting this time getting in the working in the workforce, right? They spend these 4, 5, 10 years or whatever in college, getting a master's degree and nothing. Now you got hundreds of thousands of dollars in fucking debt. You've been out of the workforce, or not being able to dedicate as much time in the workforce due to trying to do the education thing. So you're making less money, right? And then on top of that, now you're in more debt, and a black man is supposed to marry you with all this high ass debt. Listen, again, even in that case, bro, we talk about this, bro. I'm not taking a woman serious, bro, that has a insurmountable fucking amount of debt, a horrible credit score, but you don't got a 600 credit score. Your credit score is under 600. You have tens of thousands of dollars in fucking student loan debt for a degree that you can't use in anything and make any money off of. And you think I'm going to take you serious and move in with you and live with you and provide for you and protect you? No, motherfucker. You crazy? You wouldn't do that for me. At least not the working class 9 to 5 guy. If I was some bum ass nigga with, 4 baby mamas and a jail nigga that's never had any type of accomplishments, maybe, if I was a piece of shit nigga, yeah, I'll be good to go. G to G, baby. But if you are, again, a working class man, law abiding citizen, you need to be the fucking top of the top, the cream of the crop, brother. Oh yeah. The cream of the crop. And I'm just like, shawty, how are you making any demands where, again, you are a beggar? Black men, stop allowing these fucking beggars to be choosers. That is what this is for. Again, listen, bro, I'm not saying she needs to be, what I'm saying, all of it, but bro, the older you get, bro, and the more serious you're talking about, bro, she has to have something. But you got to bring something to the table other than some pussy. I'm sorry. No, ma'am. That's it. Well, I can, I give you the head. Bitch, everybody give me the head. What the fuck you talking about? That's all you telling me something that's automatic, bitch. I mean, that's standard. Pimp C told you that. What are you talking about? No, man, what are you, if I'm going to take you on serious and we're going to start something together and we're going to be successful, we're going to be this, this dream couple, this power couple, this, what they call that shit? Relationship goals y'all love talking about. Well, bitch, what did you bring into the relationship other than you? And a whole bunch of motherfucking negative shit in the red. No, shawty. No, ma'am. So look, Daisy Bloom, would you like to, Daisy Bloom, how? See, Daisy Bloom, we just disproved this, ma'am. Black women are actually the ones that are dusty. You know what? I'm definitely gonna add that. Thank you for the inspiration, Daisy. Yeah, man, it's Steve Harvey, an old nigga. Respectfully, shout out to Unc, man. Shout out to Unc. Yeah, and the table is outside, waiting to be assembled. Shout out to my man Prime, man. Have you ever wondered how non-black women can find good black men and black women act like they can't? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. That's just it. And that's what I'm telling you. So black women are steady and not even smart enough. They're so arrogant and they're so caught up in this hatred that they don't see that these black men they claim to be all this dusty and crusty and rusty and all this shit or whatever and lame and all this whatever, right? Bro, they're having success with other attractive women of other races, of other cultures, of other groups. While they busy hating on the passport bros and they're busy hating on the dudes that are, dealing with these other women in these foreign countries and actually, Like, bro, you need to be actually paying attention to what the fuck is going on. And I'm just saying. Why I pay attention to what, bro? Why do I pay attention to what? I don't know. What's the question? Borrowers can accept new features with income-driven repayment or IDR soon. Income-driven repayment. With the changes, your monthly payments could shrink by 50% or more, or you could see your remaining balance forgiven sooner. Department of Education also plans to conclude one-time IDR waiver this summer. The waiver will count more months towards the time needed for forgiveness. If your loans are more than 10 years old, your original balance was $12,000 or less, you could qualify for immediate forgiveness under the new rules. If your original balance was higher, but your loans are closer to 20 years old, you can still see expedited forgiveness with the waiver. So again, man, so they're changing. So now they may change it to where you can file it on bankruptcy. You got to file bankruptcy to get rid of it, right? Listen, bro, I don't want to hear black women talk about money no more. Okay. And this is another one right here, man. What was this original thing? Yeah, gender and racial disparities, student loan debt, right? Black men are on par with white men, a little bit higher than what white men are. All men are under $10,000, right? Black women are only people over $10,000. So again, man, this is what we're talking about here. What are we doing? And this was so this was the thing that they were actually referencing right here. So shout out, because this is for Nemba Ado. So this is actually the study that the last tab was referring to, right? And this was November 10th, 2022. So look, man, let me drop this link for y'all. My bad. Drop the link. I gotta be reminding you again. So this is educational, though. You know what I'm saying? It's very educational for everyone. You guys want to come up, man? Please be my guest to join the conversation. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. I'm short. Y'all did good today. I didn't have to do the murder man dance, but y'all still short me by 50 likes. Is Daisy Bloom here? Daisy, could you hit the link, please? Daisy Bloom, click this link right here and come have this conversation, please. That'd be wonderful. No, Daisy Bloom, that's not possible, especially when we just showed the least amount of money. Only situation that'd be capable would be white women, where white women actually provide in their relationships too, Daisy, because white women make more money than white men. Did you know that, Daisy? Daisy, did you know that single white women out earn single white men? Daisy, did you know that? So technically, white women are providing in their relationships by your logic. I know you don't have much of that, but well, what's up with you, man? Go ahead, Freedman.
Hey, man, I was just marveling over the fact of the debt, man. I forgot about that as far as making an unattractive mate, and how black women are just putting themselves on a cultural island. I mean, when you look at the college numbers, someone said in the chat, right? There's 30% of black men in college date out. So you figure if there's 1,000 B-dubs on campus, there's 500 black men. 175 of them are gone already, right? So you got 325 brothers to go around to 1,000 black women, right? And we know from the dating apps and all that, they are getting no love.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just they're putting themselves on an island. They'll figure it out when these Latinos are becoming ascendant. They're almost double our numbers, and when Latinas start scooping up other non-black women, start scooping up brothers and hard, like openly, be like, forget you, Keisha, he pays the bills, that type of thing, bro. They're gonna look around. It's just gonna be tumbleweeds rolling by.
Well, yeah, you know what? They actually had that. I'm gonna see if they have it here. They had it where it's projected to be where, like you said, Hispanics women are gonna double black women by, I think they said, was it 2040 or 2050, one or two. Either they had more likely 2050, gonna be double. So again, like you said, right? These women are being so selfish, man, and not even understanding or caring at the moment because they want to be in this position and not not let go of this power, that they're dooming their daughters because their daughters are doing the same thing and seeing this behavior from them. So they have the same disregard and disrespect for these young black men, you know what I'm saying, that they're attached to. But these young black men are seeing these women, these, you know what I'm saying, these girls and young women of these other ages, give them genuine, give them, you know what I'm saying, attention, man. Show them and tell them that they're interested in them and all these different things. So you being so bitter and trying to prove a point against black men, that's win this fucking battle, man. And like I said, which you're still losing because, like we said, we just disproved this today, bro. Black women aren't winning anything when it comes to black men. Like, this shouldn't even be a competition. But again, they're the only group of women that wants to be in competition with their men. They're the only group of women that purposely go out here and denigrate and destroy the image of their men, the men attached to them. I'm sorry, the men attached to them. And furthermore, when you start actually getting into this and pulling all the fucking data out and looking at it, you're the one that's the fuck than black men with children. All right, black women 70, like it's what, 50, what was it, 60 something to 40 something, and then no, 56% of black women have kids to 44% that don't. And then it's the inverse for black men, where it's only 46% of black men have kids to the 50% that don't, something like that. Actually, I think it was 60% of black women, but either way, right? We did the numbers. Still, bro, there are 1 million more black women with children than black men. What are you talking about here? What are we saying?
This is entirely disproportionate. But that's the thing. One of the I had this perfect little video. It was like these high school chicks, right? Black girls grouped together, and they were like disparaging the group of kids that were having fun at a high school dance. Like, these guys are totally uncool, and we're over here sitting on the sidelines, the cool kids. And I'm just like, bro, what are they doing? Right? The black men are getting hit up by all the other chicks at school. Right? They're going to pep rallies, bringing them, cookies on game day, doing their homework, probably giving them sex too. And the black women is like, I mean, they don't get it, man. They're conditioning black men to be like, nah. I'm just like, okay.
And like you said, man, again, the the Mandys of the world that finally admitted, and I shout out to her for admitting that, man. These women these women now were the girls in high school at 15, 16 years old or whatever, under 18, that were hopping in these Regals, in these box Chevys, dealing with the dope boys or whatever. But lo and behold, now if you're a man let's say you're in your late 20s or early 30s and you're dealing with a 20-year-old or under, you're a predator. You see what I'm saying? It was okay when they was a child dealing with the grown nigga they was dealing with, that's slinging dope or doing whatever, so on and so forth. But now that you're a grown adult and you're a man that finds and makes a relationship with a woman, not only makes relationships, even if you actually marry that woman, bro, you're a creep. Bruh, black men, stop listening to these hoes, bro. Like, again, y'all say they don't care, nigga, you don't care. I don't give a damn about nothing a black woman got to say, bro, when it comes to men opinions and stuff, because 99.9% of the shit is lies, dog. Again, we just had this woman. What's the name? Do y'all know the name of the black lady on The View? Do you know the name of the light-skinned lady on The View? Do you know her name?
Sunny Hoskins.
Yeah, so whatever her name is, this woman just lied, repeated this lie. This is that we know has been a lie now for at least 5 years or not more. Okay, but yet and still we have a black woman that goes on national television. It's one of the biggest shows on the View or whatever, right? Goes on national television and tells this lie, and no one refutes her. Of course not, because she's a black woman and she's trying to make black women look good. So yeah, man, you have to this is the importance of us and what we do. I know you niggas don't want to, you niggas not doing that. You not look, bro. I did not know. At Freedman's, did you know that single white women made more money than white men?
Oh, Well, yeah, but I mean, I pay attention to the stats, but
Yes,
it is
I didn't know
shocking.
that, brother.
Yeah,
I learned that today, brother. I
yeah,
learned that today.
they're preferred. Like if you look at that whole pay gap thing, if you look at it field by field, right, women are preferred, right? Men, even in the aggregate, right, the top tiers are usually men because they're willing to do the most work. But yeah, when you look by sector, they are preferred.
So while the black woman is out here praising the white man about being a provider, he's not even a top earner in his situation. He's not even a top earner. And then we've already went through Patrick Bet David broke it down to you guys again. The top earning of the highest earning man are Indians. So what are we talking
Yeah.
about here? But yet still, we black women want to stick us in this ring or stick us in this juxtaposition with the white man, and well, the white man this, the white man that, and the white man this, the white man that. Ma'am, the white man's not even the top of the top. The white man's being outperformed by $100,000 by Indians, and then not to mention another slew of other Asian ethnic people within that. So, but again, and it's crazy, right? They don't even see the pathology in it of where they're obsessed with the white man, and they have this Miss Ann syndrome to where they really want to be white women. This is why they always talk about us and what the white man doing and you ain't doing and all this other shit. Is like, shut it, like just go over there. Like you don't listen. You don't got to tell me what I'm not doing in comparison to the white man. If you want the white man, I'm not gonna beg you. I'm not gonna go plead with you. I'm not gonna hit you with the key sweat. No, just go. Just go deal with him. All right. And then you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna skeet in you and leave your ass alone. And that's not it. He's not gonna have no kids with you if he's about anything. If he's some hood, wiggle wannabe, maybe. But accomplished white dude with something going on for himself, bro, he not gonna take you serious. He not.
No, and that is, I mean, it's sad, man. I mean, I don't want my younger female relatives to get caught up in this BS. I actually want them to have a chance. Rest of y'all, I want them to be the example. So I can point and be like, don't be that one. Whatever you do, don't be that broad.
Well, yeah, man, and like you said, and that's what I say. That's the important part of this. I think that I'm glad men like yourself and myself understand, bro, that you can't just throw everybody away, because you just throw everybody away. Well, what's going to be left for the men that come after us? Because it's never going to be a position or a situation to where the majority of men are going to date out. There's still going to be some men that date exclusively or deal exclusively and make families exclusively with black women. So somebody has to fix this to some degree. Somebody has to be salvaged or saved or whatever you want to call it for the future, right? Because otherwise,
I think there's no way to avoid the ocean of women that are gonna be just freaking single, man. Like that estimate in 2030, like 45% of women are gonna be single. Like of that percent, are black women gonna be 13%, their population size? Nah, they'll probably be triple that. Right. And that is going to be the example that gets everybody else to be like, well, maybe Auntie wrong. I don't know if I'm going to end up.
Like you said, and it's crazy, Freeman, like you said, there's going to be a big influx of people. I'll Fantastic was wrong on this one. People were saying it and talking about it, and I was thinking it wasn't that big of a deal about all the mixed kids and stuff in the pro leagues, Patrick Mahomes, your Paolo and all this stuff in LeVar Ball and all the Ball brothers and stuff like that. And I'm like, nah, man, it's not that big of a deal. It's like, bro, that's not, whatever. But if I think about it and I go back and I look at it and I'm like, well, damn, shit. My whole entire childhood, like the only mixed dude I can remember is like Mike Bibby. So now, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, what I was gonna say is it's the legacy effect, right? Because now it's not like the 80s, right? Your kid doesn't like go to high school, he just balls out, ends up going to Seton Hall in the league. Nah, these kids are pros from like 8 years old. Not 8 years old, but like 8th grade when they start getting in that AAU phase. That's when they're like, okay, this one is going, D3. This guy's probably going D2. They're doing that sorting that early, right? So, this whole thing about these athletes are interracially marrying, and they're making sure their kids get in. So this is just going to keep. It's going to continue. It's going to be legacy players and Europeans, and like a smaller and smaller contingent of dudes just coming up through the ranks through high school normally.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's the trend, like you said, that's trending. And then like you said, shout out to I seen Mad Bus Driver, he posts a lot of these things, And he's posting mad content of these young boys out here, man. Dealing with these Asian women, these white girls, these Hispanic girls, all these different things, and these young dudes are happy. And I'm starting to see a lot more interracial relationships on a popular level on social media also. So these young kids don't have the restraints and the propaganda that was in the indoctrination we had as to like don't you deal with that white woman, you get killed, massa go hang you. You know what I'm saying? That shit over with. So so now that stigma has been taken off of it, and then on top of it, these women are attracted to these these young boys, what I'm saying, that are becoming men or whatever. Bro, I don't think these women understand. And then, like you said, I'm actually hearing these dudes out here talk about the attitudes of these women. Like, hey, like, what's the like? Nah, man, she too, she talks too much. She too this, like, she too manly. That happened earlier this year with a rapper saying, like, look, I don't want my old lady calling me bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, what you calling me? What, bitch, you couldn't, bro? Like, bitch, I'm putting on.
I don't know how dudes from New York do it, man. I'm just.
Son, what's going on, son? Hard, faster, son. Hit it from the back. Go deeper, son. Like, yo, what's you niggas going? What y'all got going on, man? She tell you're not hitting the bottom right, B.
Don't let every man hit the bottom of your vagina, the root of your vagina.
But they don't know about the bottom. They don't know about the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. These cats is crazy, bro. Yeah, finesse, 2 Yeah, man, but that's what I'm saying, bro. This whole thing that's going on here. I'm glad brothers are out here, man, and we're starting to call out the bullshit because, bro, these I was fooled. I really at a point in time, man, thought like, damn, man, niggas, it's really this bad for brothers, like for real, brothers really, don't broke like that, and they're not doing this and they're not doing that. And it's like, no, it's not that. That's what it is. It's like, Shawty, that's who you're choosing. Those are the men you're dealing with. And what makes it so crazy is like, once you're not that type of dude and you keep hearing women talk about that type of dude, brother, that's a red flag. Okay. Woman keep telling you about these niggas broke, they ain't got no money, they ain't got no, brother, that's her pussy value. Okay. That's the type of nigga she's attracting. Okay.
Yeah, a woman's level is the last 3 dicks she's had.
Yeah, bro. You gotta be aware of that shit, dog. She keep telling you about how these niggas ain't shit and all this other shit and la. And it's like, well, hold on, shawty. Like, well, damn, I'm a upstanding, responsible, very, very comfortable and secure, financially secure gentleman. Oh, why are you, what I'm saying? Why are you having so much trouble finding men like me? You know what I'm saying? Why are you having so much trouble running into a guy like myself? You know what I'm saying? Because
like that. That's your type. Just
like,
accept it.
Yeah, man.
Like, I just saw, who is that chick? Oh man, it's I think it's Christiana Hurt. she was on some panel, like she's got this little business, whatever. She makes 6 figures, yada yada. She's all that, right? So did a live, and some scraggly looking dude was up on there, and she's entertaining. I'm like, dang, that is this chick's level, because that's who wants to get at it.
Yeah, man.
Right? Engineers aren't hitting her up. Right? You know what I mean? Captains of industry aren't. Like, that's her level. This dude who looks like he's out of some ghetto comic book. Like,
Well, man, like I said, unfortunately, bro, that is the hand that a lot of us are trying to be dealt. And I would say this, man, if you have the desire, bro, hey man, test the waters, dog. Go try something else. Because these cats, bro, I'm telling you, years from now, here coming, bro, it's gonna be a lot of, bro, the marriage rates are going to be 10, 15 years from now. I would say 15 years from now, marriage rates for Black community are going to be in either right at 10% or under. And Black men, I'm telling you, are going to be dating out at that plus 10% rate. Those 2 things will happen.
Hello, Mr. Fantastic. How you doing, brother?
I'm great, brother. What's going on with you, man?
It's good, man. It's good. We me and you is like, we David Hasselhoff, we Michael Knight, we the Knight Riders over here, right?
It's been a minute, man. What's up with you?
BABG, brother, all the way, man. And all the family out here in the chat and everybody, shout out, man. You know, when you rolling with Fantastic, you rolling with number one. This is Cock Diesel. So
Appreciate you, man.
I just wanted to, you know, just input a little thing on the thing, because what you're talking about is real. Like I'm just a basic middle class guy. You know, I paid down on a house, you know, a few years ago, somewhat. I moved from New York to Pennsylvania, and you know, I'm living a decent life. Like I got no complaints. You know, I get women. You know, I kind of get the pick of the litter. You know, I'm a BAMAG mixed black guy or something,
Okay.
and you know, it works for me. I really I get what I want when I want it, and you know, I'm in my early 40s, and you know, I want brothers to really take something from me. We're not here to play games. We're here to incite not riots but knowledge. You know, knowledge leads to wisdom. They're not the same thing. They're two different components. You know, they're two sides of the same coin, if you want to call it. You know what I mean? And you know, there's a lot of things that you know brothers can do, and we're on the way. You know, the passport bros, not being afraid. You know, not kowtowing to black women and the way that they think about things. You know, lead the community. Men, we have to be. It's not about red pill. It's not about green pill. If I was a pill, if I had to say I was a pill, I'm green pill. You know, and I've slaughtered
What's green
a lot
pill,
of
bro? You gotta explain that to us.
yeah, no, I've slaughtered a lot of tail in my life,
Oh,
man.
okay, I
But
got you.
no matter what woman it is, no matter what race it is, you know, I've had them all, you know, 5 times over. You know, I've had significant relationships with everybody. I've traveled, not as much as you. You know, I've never been in a submarine. My fantasy has always been to travel in a submarine. So, hail to you. Hail to all our brothers that are in the field that do this service. You know, peace to my uncle. He's a major in the Armored Corps. He was. So I understand. You know, I've traveled. I've been on army bases, stayed in barracks. Grew up in the Bronx, New York. I've been down south. I've been your ways too in Georgia. I've been to Atlanta. I've been
Okay.
there. You know, I understand it all. You know, my grandfather's wife, she's from Conyers. You know, she's from Conyers, Georgia. Yeah, my grandfather died at like 87. But that's another story. But I just want to motivate dudes, and that's why I'm always on your shit, Fantastic.
Yeah, I
You're
appreciate
doing
you, bro.
something. You're doing something huge, and I want people to understand that. You know, it's not all about subs all the time, and yeah, you're stepping up in that area too. You coming up, kid. You coming up, no doubt. You coming up. Just remain humble, and I know you're gonna do that. And you know, we here for all kinds of reasons. But what the black community needs to do is to understand the common reason, common ground, and it doesn't have to do necessarily with skin color, you know, as it has to do with anything else.
Okay, bro. I appreciate you, man, for sure. Let's see, Al. Yeah. Hey, you guys answer that poll, man. I put the I posted a poll in the chat. You guys hook me up with that poll. Let me see. Can I see it? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Cool. We got Al in the building. What's up, Al?
Hey, how are you? How are things going?
Hey, just fine, man, brother. What you got for me?
Well, you know, it's I guess it's always the difficulties when it comes to sizing up. You know, one of the things I've pointed out on panels before. Do you mind if I bring up Ebony Williams, or are you tired of hearing?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. You're free to speak,
I just want to make sure, like, Okay, it's interesting that that's controversial because, and I pointed this out on another panel before. The problem with what she said in her rebuttal wasn't about what she had stated previously. That is, that she prefers a bus owner of a bus company to a bus driver. The problem was after, I guess, defending herself or stating in her rebuttal, stating her point of view, she then pivoted and criticized people in her community. So she's bashing the C&D student, and that was where she went wrong. Because what you're doing is you're taking a personal preference or your personal standard or your personal point of view, which you're entitled to, and then you're making it a critique of the community that you're a part of. Because you're saying, primarily to men, you're not on the same level as I am, to a number of men. Let's just say working class men or even other kinds of men. Say not just working class, but men who aren't educated or certain other types of men. You're saying to them, well, you're not on my level. And you need to do what it takes to get on this level. So was the flaw with what she did. And I think that's all, and that's where it gets problematic is you're going from your own point of view to critiquing people in your ethnic and racial community from an economic perspective or educational perspective or job perspective. And that's where it gets problematic.
Yeah, well, I mean, Al, like, I mean, is it that, or is it just an internalized sense of self-righteousness that, you know, Black women seem to feel this incessant need to project and broadcast outward? Which, I mean, personally, I think that's actually has a lot to do with the problem that's going on with the human condition overall right now in our current day and times, is that, and our failure to interact in a healthy way, much less form intimate relationships. Right. And it's a very serious thing when, you know, you have populations of people who are going down in terms of birth rates. You know, when women feel the need to prostitute themselves basically in order to consummate relationships. You know, it's sort of disgusting. I don't know whether anybody else on the panel agrees with me. Frankly, I don't give a shit, but it is what it is, and I know what I'm saying.
Oh shit.
Well, I really can't speak to most of what you're saying, but I will say this. What I will say is things have changed over the years, not just in this country, but in various other countries. So,
how have things changed over the years? Why don't you specify?
What people don't talk about in this country is class. And class is a major factor. In other countries, it's
an illusion. Class is a stratification.
Class is important when it comes to relationships. Whether
class
it's, you know,
what these Black women are trying to put out there right now in order to communicate.
Or being married.
Listen,
class is a part of class is a part of it.
Listen, so, Al, we've been on panels together.
Ebony as an example.
This is JP Hellstrom right now. You don't have to go against me like that.
No. I'm making a point. So Ebony's somebody who's an attorney. She's at a certain socioeconomic level. And so certain women like that, they want men on the same socioeconomic level or higher. So when it comes to men who are below that, yeah, they're not interested because one, they got into a place where they want a certain kind of guy, and two, they don't see any benefit in a relationship.
No, Al. What you don't understand.
Less education and less money, less resources. So that's a factor. So you look at the class factor, the economic factor, socioeconomic class factor.
No, Al.
What you don't that gets into relationships.
What you don't understand.
That's a major fact.
No, Al, what you don't understand is that these black women put a value on themselves in order to boost psychologically their own sense of self-esteem and their own sense of personal value. So that, based on that, because they feed off of that energy, they seem to believe that if they tell themselves that there's something, then they can actually be that. That's the whole thing with this whole manifest movement and all that shit that these broads, they want to put it out there. They want to tell themselves, and they believe that if they tell themselves enough that they're a certain thing, that they become that certain thing, right? I think, therefore I am, which is what they believe, but they're not really psychologically able to properly incorporate those beliefs in a way that will actually be beneficial to themselves, much less the community or the children, because it's all self-centered. It's all, it's all self-revolving, and they have too many issues. A lot of them aren't even in touch with themselves in the way that they affect the world, right? And that's a part of the African-American condition, is because we've been in a state of separatism and seeing ourselves as the other, on top of the white man seeing us as the other, that we're in a state where we believe that we're the other. So no matter what, listen, I'm landing the plane right now. No matter what we do doesn't affect anybody else, but we forget we live in a country of 330 million people, right? And African America has influenced the rest of America the same way the rest of America has influenced African America, right? And so we have to constantly keep that in mind, man. If we want to be, whether you're conservative, whether you want to be Democrat, whether we're Americans, man, we have to remember that we are a part of a greater fabric, and we can't be self-absorbed in our own issues as much as we are absorbed in the issues of the others. We have to find, a baseline, a medium point, a median. I'll leave it at that. I'll drop the mic.
All right, cool. Appreciate it. Shout out to Freeman's Journal for the 2, brother. Greatly appreciate you. Let's go to True Hype. It's on you, brother. Go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, panel? Salute to everybody up here. Hey, one of the things that I want to kind of piggyback off of, like, I think there's a lot of things happening. Same thing with the Ebony K. Williams joint. There's a lot of things happening all at the same times, and then like some of it may be like detrimental to like any kind of relationships or like just healthy, kinships, whatever, like, that's going on in the whole thing. So like some stuff may be coming out of a place of fear, just like, how certain dudes, they'll turn into like a 5-year-old with women. They'll start bashing women or whatever, or be like, oh, you got cooties, one of those kind of deals. Same thing with women. They do the same thing. With I heard a joint long time ago, BGS was talking. He said a Klingon mating strategy. And I was like, damn, I ain't never heard nobody say it like that. But it made sense. It clicked. But I mean, it trips me out, man. Like I wonder if it truly is a place of fear where you got to say all this stuff.
Got that shit from me, by the way. Like it was a show that he did with Charles Faulkner, and Charles Faulkner was on his show, and I was on. I just stumbled. It was the first time I actually went onto a BGS live stream, and Charles Faulkner was talking about how he picked up a couch and he threw it at a broad that he was with. They were like in an argument. And I put in the chat, I was like, that's fucked up. That sounds more like a Klingon mating strategy to me more than anything. You know what I mean? And then, Charles Faulkner got up and tried to get live and shit. He picked up like a sofa and fucking threw it at his broad. They was talking about that shit. And I said, yo, that shit sounds more like a... Yeah, I told him, I was like, yo, that sounds more like a Klingon mating strategy to me. You know what I mean? And then he was flipping out. He was bugging out. He called me out in the chat. He was on the panel and he called me out for it. And I was like, yo, whatever. Like, if I need to explain to you how fucked up that is, and I don't end the discussion. I don't even need to speak to you on it anymore.
Yeah, shout out to Rami, man, from the Slapperhole tribe. Man, listen, bro, ain't nobody throwing no goddamn sofa, man. God damn it, nigga. Like you have half Thorson ain't throwing a sofa, nigga. But Quarter Water, what's up with you, brother? I appreciate you coming up. Go ahead. What you got for me?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, brother.
All right. Let me give y'all some background real quick. So I work in one of the most densely populated fields of Black women, which is call centers.
Okay.
And what you're talking about today, like I literally encounter every single day.
Brother, we're gonna pray for you, brother. We're gonna pray for you, brother.
You know, it's the same attitude. This is why I super chatted earlier, where it's like, you know, the whole 50-50 thing is such a ridiculous thing to them. But I was like, I work in IT, so there's a wage gap between what we do and other stuff like that. And I'm literally like listening to this woman with a child talk about, you know, Black men so horribly and whatever. But then I look on her computer and she's engaged to a Manny Fresh. And I'm just like, like your choice in men don't line up with your choice in women. But I think the crazy thing is like this whole delusion that is going on with our women, like everybody knows about it. Everybody's in on it. And that's why I like gave background where I work, because they hire these kind of women in mass because they know that if they throw them a little bit more money than what they're used to making and come up with like a crazy job title for them, that they'll defend the company's money with their lives. Like we have people that their job title now are like inside sale consultant or whatever. And it's like some crazy title just for a call center, just for answering the calls and helping people buy some stuff. But then if you look on the corporate side of it, they're making a third of what an actual consultant actually makes. But they know if they gas their head up like, oh yeah, you're so amazing and all this stuff like that, they will defend their money tooth and nail. But then that trickles down because you see that like, oh, well, you know, like the attitude they carry, like even them, like they get these job titles and like they only get so far, and then they look down on like people like me that make double what they make, if not triple. And they're like, because they got a shiny new title or something like that. But then
So what is the title all about? Prestige? Like, is it all about prestige? It is what is the title versus how much a dude makes?
Let me say this. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Quarter War for saying this. And again, man, one of the biggest things that we talked about when the whole Ebony thing happened was Black women are obsessed with status, bro. They're obsessed with status, titles, even from a relationship standpoint. Like, right? Well, what are we? What do you mean? What we're humans? Okay, we're adults. We're Black. What do you mean? What are we? Like women,
Right.
Black, they just gotta have a title, and it's like, bro, why do you, if you're doing something, and whatever it be, you're successful or whatnot, what have you? What does the title matter, right?
Hey,
That's
my bad, fantastic.
Well, that's a part of the status. I mean, status is important in society in general, but the whole title thing seems to be more of a business corporate type mindset, because titles apparently are a big deal in corporate America. I'm somebody who was an independent contractor and a self-proprietor, so the only title I have is was journalist and writer. That's it.
Well,
I didn't have
but
special titles or anything.
Right.
Well, me, I'm actually an author. I'm not like actually an author, so it's like two different things. Like, sorry, fantastic. Sorry about that, brother.
Go ahead, Quarter
Right.
Water, brother.
Right. And now to your point, right? See, like that kind of stuff doesn't mean anything to you. You know why? Because your whole existence isn't based off of what you do. There's other things about you that make you who you are. And literally it's like, oh, I'm strong, I'm independent, and all this other stuff like that. And I'm X, Y, and Z. And then that's why there's an expectation of someone being something higher than them, because that's what they value the most. Whereas the bus driver in most metro cities make way more than the average Black woman, because the job title isn't as fancy as they like for it to be your destiny.
Yeah, the suit doesn't make the man. The suit doesn't make the man. The man makes the suit.
Wait, say that again, Al. I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry. Do you work in the corporate world? Do you work like at a major corporation company?
Yeah. So I'm an IT engineer.
Okay, so are titles, positions obviously, and titles important in that? My understanding is that it is. I don't know firsthand, but I'm curious.
Well, so without giving too much away about my job, what they do
Yeah,
is
don't
they
do
they
that.
lean very highly into like DE and I stuff. So what they do is because like it's split into like corporate and then call center. So what they do is that the call center people, because like the corporate people know that like, hey, we're paying these people like not a whole lot and we're actually outsourcing a lot more to overseas. What they're doing is that they're trying to like build morale with the people, so they kind of make new job titles for them every like 2 to 3 months to like make them seem more important than what they are. It's like, yeah, you're like a uh let me say like you're a device engineer, but really you just take calls and troubleshoots people's systems. And then that's when these people think, oh, well, I'm an engineer like you. It's like, yeah, but there's a $40,000 disparity between the two of us.
Yeah, but it like obviously it's not like it's obviously not like. But one thing that I wanted to say is like there was an old saying that like my grandma used to say, and several other people in my family, right? Money don't buy class. And I know at least one other person that heard that here. And
Right.
I think there's a group of people that think that money makes like the class. But you can give money to say like the jackass people.
It really
And then
doesn't. It
and
really
then
doesn't, though.
the
Because I
wealthy
mean,
type.
like, look at it. Look at it. Check it out. Like, how could there's different types of strata, right? Like, and when we talk about the basic term socioeconomic, right? It's as much social as it is economic class,
More
right?
social than it is economic.
It's socioeconomic. That's the bridge of the gap, right? And so within that gap, there's certain cracks, right, in society, which prevents society from being completely middle class, right? Because there's always going to be people that fall through the cracks, people that get forgotten, people that for whatever reason end up on Skid Row or some other place somewhat like it. You know what I mean? And it does get tragic, but the whole thing is that you have to understand the beginnings to the endings, because there's always a root, and then there's always an ending, right? And within that there's events, and there's things that make up the lives of individuals, right, that don't apply to the many, right? And then there's the lives of certain individuals that do apply to the many, right? Hence we have the status quo, and then we have everything beneath that, right, in society.
So this is why the title thing is important, right? Is because everyone else is in on this inside joke, as far as like, oh, okay, if we just tell them that they're the greatest thing ever, that they're not going to look 1 to 2 layers deep and see what's really going on. Oh yeah, like you're the best, yes, Queen Slate, all this kind of stuff, and then like they pump them with this idea that they're far more important than what they are. So then they'll defend tooth and nail for this money. So then they'll be higher on antidepressants. So then they'll be way more in debt than what they are. The only thing is like we can't do anything as men to like convince them otherwise. But honestly, I don't really care to do it at this point.
I had heard something to that effect, but I wasn't sure. And so, like I said, I'm somebody who's kind of been self-proprietor, his own guy, and I've always been curious about a little curious about corporate American companies and so forth. It just seems like you have to use your mind a lot more just to deal with all the office intrigue and stuff like that, and then just doing the job itself. That's my impression. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, for people like that have brains, I mean, that's water cooler talk. I mean, like everybody like hovers around the water cooler and spits shit like that, like at 11:30 a.m. And maybe they put in like a Christmas pool around Christmas time, and You know, they wear their Christmas sweaters and shit like that. But regardless of how it looks on from the outside, man, ideas get exchanged. You know what I mean? Best believe ideas get exchanged. It's not about putting on a look, you know,
Right.
as much as it is, because the people that make the mad paper, you know, they're not out there fucking flexing goddamn cables to their dick. You know what I mean? It's 24K, and you know, they're not, you know, wearing Kangos and fucking salmon colored goddamn suits, you know, unless, you know, you're like fucking Kanye or you're about to bug out.
Yeah, but
But
people redesign what quote unquote rich is in their mind. So like, okay, you look at the Bill Gates, look at the Zapatos dude before he passed, right? The cats, like, they have very very minimal, like even Zuckerberg, very very minimal clothing, right? Maybe like 2 or 3 pairs of shoes. They got like a pair of running shoes, maybe like a pair of whatever. And it's like, but all this
mind
opulence
you,
or
all
whatever.
black men, you must have at least 3 good pairs of shoes. You must have like 1 or 2 hot pairs of sneakers, maybe a bonus pair of nice Timberlands, and you know what I mean? Like another thing like for rain or some other bullshit. You gotta
No,
have
I,
at
I
least
got I
4
got you I got you on that, whatever. But I'm saying, like, the fact that, like, people want to be, house poor, or like be clothing poor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, in debt up to their eyeballs to look good for people that are broke just like them, to impress them, and
Keeping up with the
they don't even
Joneses.
like each
Why?
other.
Why
Solid
keep
true
up
hype.
with the Joneses?
Yeah.
What
Well,
does
no,
that
not
get
even that.
you?
Listen,
What do you gain?
yeah, shout out to True Hype, bro. I remember this shit, bro. And like, it got to the point of where, I would go back home, right, and I would see, like, you know what I'm saying, just be visiting home or whatever, and I would, like, you know, be in the mall that day or be in the store that day and see people, bro, like, you know, these people that's, you know what I'm saying, where I'm from, so you know, I know like what type of money they're making, bro, running up, you know, brand new pair of shoes, brand new fit, all this other shit, bro, just to go in the club to be with the people they see every day, bro. Like, say this ain't like on some Atlanta shit or whatever. I can understand it. Atlanta, Chicago, New York, la la la. Who knows who you're gonna see, right? You're in a major city, you know what I'm saying, major metropolitan area. Hey, it may be, you know, Young Jeezy may come through, hell, motherfucking Jay-Z may come through, or whoever, right? The fucking whatever, right? You know, that, but for the, like, the little fucking town you're from, like the local area shit or whatever, and people like spending all this bread, bro, like you said, just to impress the same motherfuckers, bro. You literally get to see all day, every day. I'm like, bro, that shit is crazy to me. Like, and that's why I was like, bro, no way. Like, you know, when you just mature out of that level or that thing and being like, okay, I got a fit that I can just put together and piece together. But as far as like going to the store to buy shit just for that, nah, man. These niggas, I'm gonna see these same niggas tomorrow or see them, you know, on Monday or something. Get on out of here.
Yeah, let me just say this, and I'm about to jump down. But back to the corporate thing, I feel like I need to start my channel back up and get in depth in this. But basically, like, I said all that really because even now, like, from a political standpoint and even from like a hiring standpoint, like, people are realizing that they can get the same results they get with black women elsewhere. Like, at my
Yeah.
job, like, they're outsourcing so much to like Costa Rica and like the Philippines that they're looking at like our location, and it's like, look, if we're gonna pay y'all double and get half, then we just gonna pay more over there and continue to get what we're getting over there.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then politically, you look at immigration, it's like we, like, so many Hispanics are like coming into the country where it's like, all right, we don't need to pander to the black woman base for much
Nope.
longer because all of them are going to vote Democrat because we let them in. So
Yep.
it's like, and that's why I said it's like one big inside joke, and the only people that aren't in on it are the people that are actually like the black women. It's
The
crazy.
Yeah,
butt of the
but I
joke.
mean, the fact that we're even talking about this right now means that we weren't in on it when we were supposed to be on it. You know what I mean? Because this has been going on. This has been happening. This has been happening since the Obama administration,
I mean,
right? And
us
this
or
is the
them,
fruits.
because I
This is
think
the
even we
chickens
too.
coming home to roost right now. Right? This is the chickens coming home to roost right now. And then we got Biden, who was the vice president back in the administration back then. and they're trying to finish what they started, man. And this is their vision.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm
I
saying?
wouldn't loop
Money
us.
going
I
out to
wouldn't
the
loop men in
Ukraine,
with us.
dollars draining.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, dollars draining. What they want to do is bankrupt the United States of America so that they could bring in this one world dollar. Yeah, I mean, and the United States is the only thing that stands in the way of this fucking new world order. But it's the people, the Constitution. The Constitution is not, it's a living document for a reason. It's malleable. It could be molded. It's for all of us to shape our vision. And it's for all of us to come to a common understanding in
Yep.
order to help shape that vision.
Yeah, bro. Let me
I guess the
Porter,
word
what
is
were you saying,
tinfoil
bro?
Monday, not tinfoil Tuesday. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I was saying to his point, like I wouldn't loop us in, like I wouldn't loop black men in with us. Like we've known
Yeah,
this for
nah,
like what
exactly.
60 years or something like that. Like it's
Yeah.
not new to us. It's just a lot of like no one is challenging black women until the past like decade or so,
Yeah,
especially on YouTube and
we,
stuff
like
like
I said,
that.
until we're doing it now, exactly. That's the
Right.
whole
So
point.
like we already know, like heck, like we're like the uprise of people marrying out and passport bros, and like I said, like corporations are being passport bros. Like, why deal with Keisha? You can get Mei Ling overseas for half the price and way more femininity and agreeability. So like it's crazy, but yeah, I ain't gonna tie you up. I appreciate you having me on, yeah.
No, I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to McDowell's for the Human Resources Department for the 10, brother. Greatly appreciate you. Several black women I know have 150K plus student loan debt on houses around 250K and all drive luxury cars. These sisters want a damn lifestyle. Don't fund the foolishness. And again, man, like I said, that whole boss chick thing, or this boss chick and her being in control and don't need no man yet having all these things, like you said, bro. They're on high on fucking antidepressants and living from check to check, bro. Barely making it. Not one bit of savings, not no type of investments other than the house. And hell, they get a payment or two behind on the house, they can lose that. Or hell, even worse, you know what I'm saying? Get other stuff or whatever going on when it comes to the property. But yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but they want to redirect that. They want to redirect that. They want to bounce that back off the way they project everything else, right? Because these are all behaviors, right? If you understand the root of behaviors and you at least give a damn about trying to understand the root of behaviors, then you just might understand the root of the behavior and fix it, right? The answer to the question is in the problem. Right, that's what Tommy Sotomayor always used to say, right? And I always used to agree with him on that.
Yeah, but a lot of it's starting at home though. They're being trained, and in some aspects, whatever. Because I even had like a coworker I was talking to. He's raising a young lady, right? And he's not black, but he used a certain verbiage, whatever, and I stopped him, and I made him really really think. He's like, "Yo, I want to raise an independent woman that doesn't need a man." And I was like, yo, interdependency is like the optimal thing, especially if you want grandchildren. And I said, yo, you may be raising, a woman that's gonna, be shaving her head and, dyeing her hair or whatever down the road. And he really, really thought about that because we got other coworkers that are dealing with that right now, to where they're evil. And this dude ain't black. I mean, these
Well,
problems. Go ahead.
It makes sense. I've always said this. U.S. is an economy that's all hands on deck. So both men and women have to be independent. I think I think what would make sense. I think what women are being brought up, or what makes sense in regards to women, in my view, is self-sufficiency. Someone
Yeah,
who can take care of herself.
Yeah, competency. We all should be
I think
competent
that's
people.
important. Whether somebody, wants to be in a relationship or not is ultimately up to them. But I think what's important is economic and material and, self-sufficiency. So you're able
So
to
that's so basically
take
like
care of yourself.
I live in Philadelphia and my girlfriend lives in New York City and we see each other, once every week, every weekend, every 2 weeks. Like is that the new world order? Is that what relationships are supposed to be all about right now? She fucking I mean, we're tight and
Well, that's
everything.
what
I
your
mean, but she just might
relationship
die.
is
She
all
just
about,
might die by
apparently.
herself in her apartment. You know what I mean? Getting
Well, I
eaten
don't
by
know.
her
It's
cat,
your
regardless.
well,
Like, is that how that
well,
works? I mean, I don't think that's how that's supposed to work.
well,
I mean,
that's your. Hold on. That's your relationship. That's your
no, that's
girlfriend,
not
according to what
my
you said.
relationship, but that's where the future is headed, based on what I gather
No,
from
you
all
just said
these
it was your
YouTube
girlfriend
things.
living in an apartment in New York. I don't know. I'm going by what you said. So I'm
That could
saying,
be anybody, dude. I'm just talking about Joe Public.
well,
Pretend
you
I'm
said
fucking Joe
specifically
Public. It could be
yourself.
anybody.
What I'm saying is
It could
this.
be anybody.
You're living in a world, you live in a society where everybody has got to be able to take care of themselves. Now, I don't know what you're looking for in a relationship. If you're looking, but
I never
that's
even
the
said anything. I
reality.
never
I'm just
said
saying
anything
that's the
about that,
reality.
brother. I'm not. I
That's the
never said
reality of
anything
the
about
country.
looking for a
Well,
relationship. I'm just
yeah.
speaking on points specifically as far as bus drivers not being acceptable. Okay, I grew up with my uncle and my aunt in New York City, and they were fucking bus drivers. My uncle was a driver on the train. He drove the fucking New York City subway, and we had a good life. My auntie had a fucking corner store. We had a business. We got money from that because my great grandmother fucking got money left to her from our fucking sharecropper family, white people in fucking Louisiana. So we took that up to New York and we fucking made a goddamn money. You know what I mean? And I came from a good, decent life. But I understand. I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the Bronx, and we served our black people. We served our family because that's what it's all about. And I see I'm a Generation X kid. I was born in 1980, and I grew up in the crack era in New York City. I seen it. I observed it. My father was a goddamn junkie. He died in 1996 from a fucking heroin overdose. And I'm fucking a junior, and I'm fucking superior to that. I'm trying to help black people do the same thing in their lives because these generational curses, they can't be turned around. They're not really curses. It's just a fucking illusion.
All right, brother. Great. Let me read this
Hey,
super chat.
yeah.
Shout out to Kobe J for the $9.99. I'm a cop and made $135K last year, and some black women will still think they're better than me. Keep your heads up, brother. We're still winning. Yeah, man. And that's what I'm saying, man. The most important thing, man. Shout out to JT. Hellstrom. Yeah, man. You don't have to be a product of your environment or none of this stuff or your circumstances. I'm a strong believer in that, and I'm proof of that myself. Yeah, man. Listen. The most important thing on all this, what I'm trying to get you guys to understand, bro, these women are lying. Okay. Going back to the most important thing, from the chick on The View talking about black women are the most educated. We know that's a lie. Okay, bro. Be the person to educate everybody else to the ignorance or the deliberate misleading. Okay, the deliberate misinformation and disinformation to again make the black man look lesser than. That's what this whole shit is, bro. At the end of the day, all right. End of the day, the whole plan is to make, you know what I'm saying, is to make it look bad for the black man. All right. Once you have that understanding, bro, and you see what's going on and you start calling it out, you're doing your part, man. You're doing your job. That's it. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't get too wild, too crazy, whatever. But just simply tell the truth, man, and just move on. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, we about to get ready to wrap this thing up, man.
Right. And that's
True
where
Hype, what you got?
Ebony, what you just mentioned at the end, is where Ebony Williams went wrong in her rebuttal. Because she went from expressing her personal point of view and choice to then assigning blame and shame to, maybe she didn't get specific, but to an amorphous group of people.
Well, she
And
had to
that's the
deflect.
problem.
She had to deflect. She had to take it off of her.
Right. That
She
was
didn't want
part
it
of
on
the
her.
problem. But she did it. what I'm saying is she chose that. You're right. She chose to do that. And that was part of the problem. Like, you don't need to go and blame a group, or whether specific or not, a group of people for your choices and what your preferences are. You don't do that.
What,
don't
her,
do that.
her biggest thing though, like, hey, if she didn't want to talk about personal, all she had to do is say, like, hey, I'm not going to talk about personal. But the second
Class is just something they want to redefine. It's a strata that they want to redefine. They want to say that, class is all about us going to Ruth Chris every Friday night. Class is all about us going to the opera, even though I guarantee she has no goddamn idea what the fucking opera even is.
Yeah, but
she wants to go there.
lifestyle.
She wants to understand that, because that's what class is all about.
Yeah, but it's lifestyle though. It's not necessarily about class.
Keeping up with the Joneses. It's all about keeping up with the Joneses. It's all about doing what everybody else does and what seems to be apropos and what seems to be all good and gracious and shit like that. But really, at the core of their being, they have no fucking understanding of that, man. It's all about social programming. They want to say the black men are the victims of social programming because they're into other races of women and shit. Well, meanwhile, they're the victims of social programming because they want everything that those other women want, because they feel that they've been alongside these women, they're going to school with these women, they bought Cabbage Patch Kids and My Little Ponies like these women, that, they should be getting the same goddamn outcomes when they ain't doing a goddamn thing to make it even happen.
Yeah, how you, well, not speaking in generally or whatever. How you getting anywhere close to the same outcomes if you're not doing the same things, or at least close to the same thing?
Ask them. They're the ones that's twerking out in the streets. You go DC, Baltimore. You go there, they're bugging out.
Yeah,
They showing out.
Here's the thing that I really get really twisted and not about. I see people talking about the ancestors and those that came before them or whatever, and we be doing some real disrespectful stuff, disrespecting those that came before us. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
this is true. This is true because they don't understand the struggle. They think that they understand the struggle. They Googled a couple things. Let's be honest. Google is not certain people's friends. It's some people's friends, but it's not everybody's friend, because it gives people an excuse to try and rewrite history and rewrite it in a way that, appeals to them emotionally. And, emotion it's like clay, you know what I mean? That's like formless, you know what I mean? You can work it any way you want. You put your hands on that, you can shape it into anything. You can make a tits, a pussy, a dart, a steak. You could do anything with it, you know what I mean? And that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? We're in a state right now where we're trying to rewrite history. We're trying to suit our own convenience, what makes us, what gives us more esteem as a person, which enables us to carry on, you know what I mean, on a daily basis through the world. I mean, it's sad, but it's still somewhat justifiable until further notice.
Well, at the end of the day, again, the problem that I have is you're trying to bash a part of a community for your own, just to kind of pivot from criticism you receive for your personal choices. And that, people should call that out. I don't know if they're doing it. I assume they are, but they should call that out, because it's got nothing. Like, I'm a biracial guy. I don't go in spaces and say, well, biracial women, they got to come up to my standard, and that is, they can't see in students. You can't do that. I mean, mind you,
let's keep the
I don't think that would
biracial
be
thing, and
improper
let's
to
keep the
do.
biracial thing in the golden sphere, Al. Let's
Brothers,
keep the biracial thing in the golden sphere. This is
But I'm making a point.
BG.
Here's the point that I'm
brothers.
making.
Both of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm about to go. Respectfully, I greatly appreciate y'all for coming up. This has been a wonderful conversation. Black men support black male media is very, very important, and I appreciate you guys giving your input. But that's that on that one. I'll catch y'all on the next one.